Of course, you know that I'm not Hanisha Malone, our Youth Council Vice President, of course. She's not with us tonight. They went on a college tour this week, this evening, and so they're out. And so I was asked to come out of retirement and to get on the show and to talk to you all about some of the things that's going on with the West Garfield Park Youth Council, but to also share with you some new people, some new things, some new directions, some new energy that's happening on the west side. The west side.
West side.
So what we're doing on that side of town, as always, this is the season of us loving on each other, giving to each other, empowering each other, and doing what we can do to empower the least of them. So I'm extraordinarily happy. I want to thank Amari, as always, for his support. I love to come here and see my friend and my brother there. We always have a wonderful time. I like Sylvia, even though sometimes she don't never bring me a cup of water or anything. She act like she a stranger since she has her own television show these days, you know. But Sylvia's our girl. I mean, some of us go way back with CAN TV when we was over there in Greek Town, over there, Greek Island, over there off of Jackson and Green Street. And we used to have a wonderful time back in those days. And we're still here, and we want to thank CAN TV for keeping up that good fight, for making this venue possible for those of us and others who are coming up. And we do understand that all of us have a season. And so I'm just extraordinarily thankful that we have young people who are still engaged. All of these years, they are still pressing. And so we're in another phase in our existence over at Fathers Who Care with the West Garfield Park Youth Council, whereby now we have reached a certain place in our lives where we are now able to provide job opportunities for folks. Youth council leaders can get jobs, can get stipends. We got job positions for youth directors, youth coordinators, outreach workers, youth prevention specialists. So we have just an array of different things going on now on the west side of Chicago. And we want to encourage those who are watching today, if you have some young people. And then also, of course, this is that time of the year. One, it's my birthday season. So on the 25th, I will be celebrating another journey around, and I thank God for being here. But also, it's our time that we give. You know, I use my birthday for a time of serving the people. So Thanksgiving, we'll be doing our annual Thanksgiving celebration and food drive over at Michelle Clark Magnet School at 5101 West Harrison. And the event's going to start at 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock. And we're going to bring folks out, and as folks come on out and fellowship and have fun with us, we're going to bless them with a turkey, a ham, boxes of food, so they can take that stuff home and make their own dinner. Normally we would sit down with them and have a nice dinner, but you know, because of COVID and some of the restrictions now, we are loving on the people, and we're saying take it home and bring the family back together. So it's intentional. So I really enjoy doing that. I mean, this is my year. This is my time of the year. And so that's what we want to encourage folks. Again, it's going to be on November the 19th. Again, from 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Come on out. You know, it's all free. Everything is free. We're just loving on you. But if you come out and hang with us, please come out with the right attitude. Because we don't want no one coming out fellowshipping with us. If you ain't got patience, if you don't want to love on each other, keep it to yourself and keep it moving. Then in November, December, we're gonna be revisiting the tent cities, visiting folks up under the viaducts, and then they under the railroad tracks, and folks are living on the side of the expressways. So we're going to be going back out there and bringing coats and other refreshments and other incidentals and things that they need, all kind of things, socks, gloves, scarves, blankets, whatever they need, and we can help them with. We're going to bless them again. So we're revisiting some of those activities that we did so much of last year. But most importantly, I want you all to know about this violence prevention initiative that we're working with. We have a three-pronged violence initiative going on right now. One is an internship for young people from the ages of 16 to 24. And you correct me if I miss something.
Oh, okay? I will.
And then I'm going to introduce you to our special guest, but I'm going to take these minutes and get this in right quick before we get into it.
Okay.
Okay, now we have the internship program. So these young people, all they have to do is be 16 to 24 years old. be a resident of the west side of Chicago. That means Lawndale, West Garfield, East Garfield, and Austin community, and able to put in anywhere from 12 to 15 hours a week. And we will be able to work with them to allow them with some job placement, soft skill development training, and also teach them that these are some of the ways that we work together with others to prevent senseless violence. Then we have a couple other initiatives that we'll talk about in a minute. Is that fair?
That's fair.
So let me just take this moment to introduce to some and present to others
Janisa Hicks.
Now, Janisa Hicks is one of our directors, program directors over the violence prevention component, and you can look in her face and see her energy, that she has that spirit. So, you know, Janisa has come on board and given us a lot of fire, a lot of energy, and what we're just basically doing is continuously giving back. But we're also empowering younger people to take the helm of this ride so that they can take it to the next level. Of course, I am still involved in Fathers Who Care. However, I am just putting a lot of more energy on some other things that we're working on. I'm doing a lot of traveling. I'm going to different places to stay in tune with those who are making decisions so that we can continue to bring the resources back to Chicago. However, Janisa is working feverishly right now to do a few things. Janisa, tell us first, who are you? And why, Janisa, are you so committed to empowering young people? Now, we do know, and we just said, that you are one of our program directors, correct?
Yes.
And that you are instrumental and a grant writer.
Yes.
And we're having fun in that. Now, but you are also real instrumental, and you have a real passion for working with young people and revisiting particularly the west side of Chicago. You did a lot of work on the west side of Chicago. You worked at different places. I'm not going to name them. If you choose to, that's on you. But you got some experience with working with different institutions of higher learning on the west side of Chicago. So you're not new to what we do. You're true to what we do.
Yes.
So, Janisa, but tell me, why are you still passionate about working with young people and about providing these young people with opportunities and options? Why? Why are you committed to that?
That's a really good question, Pastor. And there are a lot of reasons why I'm so committed to this work. You know, when I look across West Garfield Park, I see a lot of youth that need us there. You know, they need someone to help them, guide them. They need mentorship programs. They need opportunities that are not afforded to them. And I believe in this mission, and I believe in helping as many youth as I can and helping them with their soft skills development and helping them with job placement and just being someone there for them that they can just talk to about any issues that they may have.
And you know, I believe that. I mean, I know that, you know, I'm what they call, and I'm proud of it, I'm what they call an elder. And I love being an elder. But I also love to see that glow.
Oh, thank you.
You can't fake that. You can't fake it. You know, some people love what they do, and some people do it because they get paid to do it. I'm the opposite of that first one. I do it because I'm called to do it.
Yeah.
And this is my ministry. This is my work of life. This is what I enjoy, and this is what brings me joy, watching young people grow.
Yeah.
And so what we're doing and what you're doing together, we are working collaboratively with some of our younger people. Like you all know Hanisha Malone, who's a rock star now,
Yes.
all right? So much so that now she's been called upon by all of these different people at school and different places to do all of these extracurricular activities, making all these different trips and all of that, which that's what we want her to do.
Absolutely.
So, and that's what we're encouraging young people. If you know of any young people between the ages of 13 to 24, we have a variety of different programs. We have a life skill, mental health awareness and development program. We have programs geared to working with our community stakeholders, bridging the intergenerational gap so that we can bring both of these groups of folks together. And what we're trying to do is make sure that we expose our young people to other things in life. So we encourage our young folks. Also, we love to bring them back in, and they will be coming back in because this is a venue that has always been extremely open and welcoming to our young people. I mean, one time they even put us out because we came up in here so deep. No, you can't bring all them young people up in here. You know, so, I mean, I'm saying it in fun, but we had came in with so many young people through this, you know, as the pandemic was kind of well, it's still here, but, anyway, the fact of the matter is that we need to continue to engage our young people. Our young people are always looking for opportunities. And so what you're getting ready to do with us this evening is we're going to have some conversation. We're going to have some conversations about some of the programming that we're providing on the West Side. We're going to have some conversations about what we can do to empower our parents.
Yes.
Parents need education,
Absolutely.
too. And also we want to encourage you. We are also working on a major initiative to bridge the gap between young people and the Chicago Police Department.
Yes.
Young people have this fear of law enforcement, particularly. So we're working with other law enforcement agencies, the Attorney General's Office, the State's Attorney's Office, the Sheriff's Department, the Chicago Police Department, and other entities, FBI, DEA, bringing all of them folks together so we can have some real meaningful conversations with our community stakeholders and our young people, particularly. So I'm going to talk to you, if you don't mind, Janice, on a few things, right? I want to talk to you particularly about, let's go with the Violence Prevention Initiative first.
Okay.
Let's work in that component. What is I know you got a few of them, and you can talk about each of them if you choose to, but I want to focus specifically on how we're allowing or providing opportunities to pay some young people to develop soft skills.
Yeah.
And that's a program that you all are facilitating called Too Good for Violence. So can you give me or give the viewing audience just an overview, or skip it if you will, of what that is and how can they get involved if they know some young people?
Yes, absolutely. I am so excited for this program, you guys. So it's a 6-week internship program, as Pastor was just saying, and we will place our youth with a business that correlates with their interests, So if we have a youth that's interested, in accounting, we're going to place them with an accounting firm. If we have a youth that's interested in science, we're going to place them with a business that deals with science. And so it's a really great program, and you get paid. It's $125 per week that our youth is going to get paid to basically develop skills and further their interests and really broaden their knowledge about various things. We're also going to do, resume writing workshops as well. Just anything to really get our youth prepared for that next step in life.
So you, from what I'm gathering, and I know it to be true, and so I'm just going to piggyback on what you just said. So once the young people come in, what's the process? What do they have to go through in order to get kind of acclimated and become a full-fledged member of this initiative?
Right. That's a great question. So once a youth is interested, we're going to have 1 week full of orientation, okay? We're going to prepare them for what it's like to basically, work and at a job. We're going to help them, once again, like I said, with their resume building. We're going to help them with how to do conflict resolution, in the workplace, which is also very important. And then after, that first week of orientation and then building up that foundation that they need, then, that following week, instead of coming to us for orientation, they're going to go to their job placement. And then they're going to have weekly check-ins with us to see, if they like it or not. And if they're not, if they said, hey, I thought that my interest was this, but honestly, working as an intern at this job, I'm just not feeling it, that's totally okay, because we're going to replace them somewhere else, that somewhere else where they're interested in.
Okay. So what I'm gathering from what I'm hearing, now once a person come up in there, I know there's an intake process, and during this intake process, you ascertain exactly what they're thinking, what they're feeling, what they would like to participate in, correct?
Yes.
So if they come in and they do this intake, then they probably do an individual service plan, they do a pre-task, you kind of assess who they are, what they're going through, and make sure that you have some measurables that you can track.
Right.
Is that fair?
Yes, that's fair.
So these are not young people who are just going to be sent out to pastor and say, see you,
no.
Don't want to be you. These are young people that you're going to really assess their skill development, track their activities, track their growth, and also for those who may be in school, you'll be in touch with their parents, you'll be in touch with their teachers, so that you'll keep an up-to-date understanding of what they're doing. Is that fair?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so now we're telling you, those who are watching us today, please do not call my office call anyone that we know and say there's nothing out here for these young people. Do something for them. Well, there are things out here for the young people. And what we're saying to you, at least if we can't give them all that they need, give us a chance to refer them to someplace who can. We're not clinicians. We don't have a social worker on staff yet. However, we do understand that a lot of our young people are suffering from trauma, isolation, depression, you name it. They're going through some poor behavioral health decisions that they're making these days. And we're saying that we also provide some intervention and support in the areas of mental health.
Yes.
Life skill development. And if we cannot provide those individuals with that intervention, then we have some community stakeholders, some partners who will assist us, particularly some of the agencies on the west side. You know who they are, but we will refer you to those agencies so that you can get the proper intervention, the proper support and case management that person needs, and free of charge. So we're going to encourage you to give us a call at 773-287-5821, 773-287-5821. You can ask for Janisa, and she will keep you in the loop on what we're doing and how we're doing it. And we encourage young people to come on out to our weekly Zoom and meetings that we have, violence prevention Zoom meetings, every Thursday from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock, roughly about 4:30, about 5:30, 5:45. But we have that time slotted for the young people to come in, and it's always available for them in person and online. And then we also want to encourage those of you parents that are watching. Young people can't be what they can't see. So we want to encourage you parents to come on in if you need some assistance, if you're trying to further your education, if you need an opportunity, if you're looking for a job, if you actually have a passion for empowering young folks. This is the season where we're going to be doing activities for Thanksgiving. We're going to be doing activities in remembrance of Christmas or celebrating Christmas in a way that we can empower some folks who are less fortunate. I mean, I personally kind of like this season because I really like seeing those lights.
Yes, me too.
I like going down blocks and seeing all of the different lights, and so we like to take the young people on those kind of trips. I like to take them up and down Lakeshore Drive or take them up and down Michigan Avenue and let them see something other than what they're experiencing on the west side.
Absolutely.
So what do you recommend that, as we are talking to some folks there, tell us what are the age ranges of the young people who can actually be involved in some of our programming?
Yeah, so we have a really wide age range. So for the internship program, it's 16 to 24 years old that can be involved in the internship program. And so we have another violence prevention program where we're accepting youth 13 to 24 as well.
Okay, and so you have different components for different activities.
Yes.
So one would fit. So we don't know where you are right now because we don't know what your headspace is and what you're thinking about and what are you trying to do. So we ask you to come on in and visit with some of our youth coaches and some of our prevention specialists and also get an intake done so we can better understand what your needs are so we can better prepare you for whatever programming or assist you in getting into whatever program you want. And so I want to thank you, though, as always, Anissa, for your passion. So I want to ask a question.
Okay.
We talked specifically earlier about the leadership, youth leadership and development activities, right? Can you expound on that more, please, about what do you mean about youth leadership and development? What are you referring to here?
Right. So with youth leadership and development, we really encourage our youth to join our youth council, okay? So in our youth council, where Pastor was saying that that's where we meet every Thursday from 4 to 6, and then we help create programs that promotes drug-free and nonviolence activities for the community and for you guys to get together and really discuss these issues and also have fun.
Most important.
Which is most important.
You gotta have some fun.
We gotta have some fun.
Young people ain't gonna hang around long if they're not having fun.
No. They certainly will not. So in the youth council program, once I was saying before, we have they create nonviolence activities and promoting a drug-free life as well.
And I like that because, one of the initiatives that we've been focusing on, and October was the month that we were really paying a lot of attention on reducing underage drinking and substance abuse. It was the month dedicated to the National Prevention of Youth, and we was focusing on prevention, but trying to reduce substance use. I mean, right now, our young people are really facing all type of things going on in their community. And now with the onslaught of the legalization of cannabis, and so now folks are running rampant up and down the street. These young folks don't know which way to turn. So I'm saying to you, if you have some young people, continue to encourage them that it's okay to be different. They don't have to be the same like the rest of the folks out there who just messing with folks because they see the folks. You can be different and you can be positive and you can be, you know, an eagle don't fly with a flock. An eagle flies alone.
That's a good one.
Chickens hang out in a flock.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
So be an eagle and not a chicken. All right? But anyway, let's get on back to this thought here that we were talking about.
Okay.
Why do you feel that the West Side needs additional intervention and programming for our young people? Why do we need those programs on the West Side?
You know, there's a lot of reasons why we need these programs. Unfortunately, for the kids on the West Side, they're just at a higher risk of becoming victims of crime, and or becoming potential offenders, right? So we need programs such as the ones that we have to stir our kids, to stir our youth in the right direction, to uplift them, and also for them to understand and see the bigger picture, which is there's more to life than what is happening in your neighborhood.
Absolutely, and I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Because I think that's really important. Because the reality is, I'm a little older, and I've had thank you, Lord. I've had an opportunity to travel abroad, and I've had an opportunity to be exposed. And so, as I was saying about young people can't be what they can't see. I mean, if the young people can't get away from the West Side, if they can't experience anything other than the West Side, then they have tunnel vision. They don't know nothing else.
Yeah.
And so I like the fact that you all are exposing these young people to other things.
Right.
We've taken the young people to White Sox games. We've taken the young people to Universal Soul Circus. We've taken young people to the Cubs games. We've taken young people to the Bulls game. We've taken young people to different activities. We've taken them downtown to hang out in Millennium Park. So we take them different places so they can be exposed. I mean, once we expose these young people, and once we expose them to different things, they have a different understanding. And so and we've even had our young people involved in the Chicago Yacht Club, where they was out there riding up and down the river in hundreds of $1,000s yachts and learning how to sail sailboats. So those are the things that we need to continue to do with young people so that these young people can know that anything that they want to be, they can be.
Absolutely.
So tell them again anything you want to share with them that I may have missed as we continue to go down these questions.
Well, Pastor, you did a really great overview.
Well, this is like my I live this.
Yeah.
So it's rather simple for me to just expound, and I apologize for over talking you.
No,
I don't mean to
fine.
you, but I was called out of retirement to be here tonight, so I definitely wanted to share what I had to share, but also pass this torch.
Yeah.
All right, over to some other young people so that y'all can continue to do the work.
Yeah.
And I even though I may have to take my seat in the eldership, I'm at peace with that. Okay, yeah. I'm at peace with that. Yeah. Because at least your back covered.
Right.
All right.
Yes.
So you don't have to sweat that. You're gonna be fine. All right. I just want to make sure young people know that we're conscious of the fact that some of us who get older, it's okay for us to continue to keep getting older, and it's okay for us to bring in younger people with a fresh energy about things and who understand how young people are being impacted by other things in the community. So it don't bother me at all to bless us, to educate, to empower, to engage other people. It hurts me not at all. I'm not caught up with it. I'm always looking to pass it on. Yeah. Because that's the way we continue to grow.
Yes, absolutely.
But let me ask you something.
Wait,
Go ahead, please.
I did want to say this.
The light came on.
Yeah, it did. Just because we have 3 programs, right? Just because you're in one program, please don't think that you cannot be involved with the other 2 programs. Okay.
Good point.
No, so let's say, you finish out the internship program, but, you still want to be involved with the community. That's okay. We have another program that you can also be involved in as well.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you said that because right now, I don't want to hear another young person say that there's not opportunities. The internship program will be meeting on Thursdays, November the 17th, December the 1st, December the 8th, and December the 15th. And while folks are enjoying their holiday season, which we encourage you to do so safely, we want also that you feel when folks are, these young people need to get away and need some things to do, you can encourage them to get in touch with us at Fathers Who Care, 773-287-5821. And you can ask for Miss Hicks, or you can ask for Princess. One of them will also take you to the next level. We have our Princess working with us as a prevention specialist who love what she does. And then, of course, we have Miss Hicks here who's fired up about what she does.
Yes.
So listen, the time on the wall is always moving quick, but I want to ask you to give them some closing statement as we leave here.
You know, for any of the youth that are here that are watching, please know that, Fathers Who Care, we are here in the neighborhood and we are here for you, okay? We want to better your life, better your education, better your skills, so you can have a fulfilled and happy and peaceful life. So even if you say, you know what, I don't want to be involved with these programs, you just want someone to come and talk to, come to us. We'll be here and we will listen and we will help direct you whatever direction you want to go.
Now, that was the best thing I heard today, what you said. Young people, you have a support system here. So with that being said, we want to thank you all for tuning in this evening. God bless you all. God keep you all. Please be safe and bless each other. You know, each and every one of us can be a blessing to somebody else if we just try. Each one, teach one. God loves you. I love you. See you next week. God bless you. Keep the faith and happy holidays.
Happy holidays,
to
guys.
you.